Hi there. This ground clamp on this Chevrolet Impala doesn't tighten anymore, causing it to fail to start. And this itself is a replacement part from about 3 years ago. And it just didn't hold up. So today we're going to put a different type of clamp assembly on here, a splice, that more resembles the original equipment. We needed one with one small, like a 12 gauge wire, and 2 large cables. Spoiler alert, you might want to check ahead of time to make sure these fittings are big enough. They've also included an Allen wrench to make sure you can torque the crap out of these things. We need to take the positive cable out of the way and also help us fit the other one in place. It's 1/2 inch. Before we do anything else, we're going to clean this terminal up. This kit is from O'Reilly. Battery cleaner. This is a protective chemical, and then the brush. On items like this, I like to take care of the packaging so I can put the items back in for future use. A solution of water and baking soda is a cheaper option, but this came with this kit and I needed the protectant and the brush. I'm wearing a support because I tweaked my right wrist. Now we're going to test fit this splicing clamp assembly to see where we need to cut the original battery cables. I'm going to get a pretty precise length on this. Now you can spend $30 or more on high quality cable cutting pliers, but this $10 tool, the little limited use it's going to get, should work just fine. Looks like the small wire, the 12 gauge or so, just broke off when I was moving this around. Now for the big guy. Just get this plug out of here. So these are part of basically a big harness here. And a consideration when doing this is with the positive cable in place, you're going to have to take off enough off the negative so that it'll slide in here and route down the way it was originally. Okay, so let's pull this back off. Get this out of the way. I'm going to have to cut it down here and strip it. Now we can have a little flexibility. Okay, we can pull this up. I'm going to go just a little bit higher. Maybe another 1/4 inch or so up here. This cutter, for an inexpensive one, does work good. So 3/4 of an inch. I marked it. I'm going to strip off that much insulation off the bigger cables. We're going to take pretty much the same amount off this cable too. Back from the days when I was an electrician, I had this handy tool here that you can set the depth of the cut. Just wrap it around there. And if it's not deep enough, you have to reset it. I gotta reset it a little bit deeper. Does a real nice clean job. Trouble is, on this one you can't rotate it. You have to be able to rotate this around, and there's not enough room down here. And so I'm carefully using a utility knife down here. Note I've got a leather glove on my left hand, just in case. I would have removed the battery, but my doctor said I can't do any weightlifting right now. So I'll just work around it. It's hard to see. There it is. Okay, this wire is just a 1/4 inch. Looks like we got about a 12 gauge here. Yeah. Okay, now for the yellow one. Butt splice. Get it in there as far as it'll go. Where the actual metal is here. It's right about here. These weren't pre-drilled big enough for the large cable, so I had to drill the one out on the left to just above 3/8 inch. I don't know if they made one for a larger cable like we have here. I didn't check, but that might be something you want to check to avoid the hassle of having to drill it out. And now we're going to splice in the smaller of the two larger ground cables. How tight? Absolutely as tight as you can get it. It doesn't need to come back off. These thick rubber insulators are a nice touch. Just route everything back the way it's supposed to go. Now this kit contained this battery terminal protection, a spray that should prevent corrosion. Looks like paint. I may as well do this one too. And crank it up tight. Now felt washer on the negative. Put in our new splice clamp. Final shot of protectant to cover pretty much everything we can on each terminal. And there we have it. I think this is going to be a bit more reliable than what we've done before. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.